And clearly, as part of that process, again, you have to manage your returns, and they will happen on an online business like ours. If you ship a product, a physical product, you've got one intense chance that the customer's not going to be happy with it for some reason, and you would want to return it for a replacement, repair, or just because he doesn't want it, basically. And so equally important as the order processing system is the returns processing system. In fact, I put them both at equal importance. Again, the same question arises. When we started getting the first returns, what do? Do we write those down on a piece of paper or an Excel spreadsheet? Or do we also do some form of integration which allows us to keep track of everything efficiently? So as you can see, as I'm showing you the development process of what these fairly obvious steps, these steps might seem fairly obvious in the creation of an e-commerce business. But in creating these steps, each one of them required a decision, some form of business plan. Maybe you might not call it business plan, but it's certainly forecasting, preparing yourself for to run the business smoothly. I should add that the underlying philosophy that we've had at LambdaTek, which I personally had, was to use web technologies to do anything that can be automated. Use the technology in the computers to do anything that can be automated. That's our goal. And leave, therefore, human beings to do what they're good at doing, which is talk to people, talk to customers. So it is really with this underlying philosophy that whenever we met a challenge, some new problem, the first thing we did, the first question we asked is, well, okay, what proportion of this problem can we just automate away? Can we just program away? It's not, I mean, personally, I'm a bit of a geek, as you can see, so I like programming, fine. But there is a reason behind that. It is because the interest in the technology for me personally and for our company is the fact that we can use it so that we've got time to do what's important for us and what only us, human beings, can do. So now, this last stage I will mention is not an essential part of your e-commerce business, at least it doesn't look like it. But if your e-commerce business starts picking up beyond 10 or even 10 orders a day, you're going to have to start dealing with your accounts. You're obviously going to have to declare these profits, this income. Most of you will have some form of accountancy package that you use. I mean, nowadays, I would have thought it's pretty inconceivable to keep your accounts on paper. But it becomes important, though, to, again, automatically think of automatically importing your transactions from your content management, from your order management system into your accounts package. Well, that drives the need to understand, well, what accounts package should I have? Is the current one that I have able to do this? Can I use it in such a way? So again, a business decision, a strategic decision was taken in this respect as well. At the time, this is 7 or 8 years ago, the leading accountancy packages were either QuickBooks, which is a software package, a desktop-based, or at which point you had to scale up and use some very, very expensive computerized system. There was really no way in between. So initially we started using QuickBooks, so we wrote a script to import the transactional data into QuickBooks. But then QuickBooks exploded because when we started getting 20 orders a day even, just calculate how many transactions that is in 1 month. So we quickly realized we had to literally write our own accountancy system so that as a web-based accountancy system, yet another website, internal one, which basically automatically imported all the selling that we did and at a click of a button calculated the VAT each quarter that we needed to pay and, of course, our returns as well at the end of the year. At the time, we were a sole trader business, so it was relatively easy to do. So, in a few words, how much time did this all take? Well, to do the website probably took about 4 to 6 weeks. So standard technologies, there's a lot of pre-built code you can get up there. You can get somebody else to do it. It's fairly standard stuff. Accounts package that I mentioned, the online bit I did, 3 to 4 weeks, maybe. Again, it's very simple programming. It's very linear. It's very clear what you want from it. The reason I missed the middle one out, or I missed it until last, is because the order management system can take forever. Why can it take forever? Well, the order management system is the only thing that it's an ongoing project within LambdaTek. The website, we rarely touch. Yes, we do occasional updates, and frankly, we should do it more, probably. Get it more spiffy, get it looking nicer. The accounts package as well, once that's done, that was pretty much all we needed. But very quickly, as we started growing beyond 2, 3, 4 people, the returns team started wanting extra features. Oh, could I, when a customer wants to raise a return, could I have this extra feature that says that the return is now confirmed? So I don't look at that for a while and I'll just concentrate on the new ones. Or can you please also put another feature that allows me to send a replacement as part of a return? Can you please record for me when I actually get a credit note from our suppliers? Can I record that in the return? So it is still an ongoing project, and it is something which is shaping itself according to the needs of our internal team. Now, that's quite important, because what makes a difference, in my experience, in an online e-commerce company is not really the website. Yes, it is to some extent. It is the systems that you have in-house which enable you to run a smooth operation and make sure that your 300 customers that you're shipping to every day are satisfied, and that when the returns happen, that they're contacted accordingly. When a shipment arrives late, for example, that your order management system tells you, even before the customer knows, and therefore you can contact them. Basically, an order management system is essential to good customer service. In 7 years, things have changed dramatically. It is a lot easier now to set up an e-commerce business, basically because there are companies out there who've done the legwork for you. Effectively, I've set up systems which I've programmed myself over the last 7 years. There are many online e-commerce turnkey solutions out there which you can sign up to. I've just mentioned 5 there. Magento, the one at the top, I tried to put them in order of popularity. Magento seems to be possibly the most popular, the biggest one there is out there at the moment, but there is many others. And basically, for a monthly fee, they provide you with everything that you need. A complete e-commerce solution. So they give you the website, they give you the content management system so you can upload the products easily. They give you even a merchant account, so they can actually give you a merchant account on behalf of the bank. They can act as an interface. They provide the payment gateways. They automatically integrate with SagePay, with PayPal, with basically turnkey solution. But equally importantly, they provide you also with a grown-up order management system, which is the bit that I keep developing myself. How e-commerce has changed. In the last 7 years, people have come to realize that this bit, as I mentioned, the order management system, is as important as the website. There's no point in you proposing a turnkey solution if you're not going to include a full-blown order processing, returns processing system. And these systems provided. Next, the accounts. That still remains a problem. These turnkey solutions do not do the accounts for you, but they are, in parallel, there has been development in that sector as well. So there's been new companies, new web-based companies specializing in accountancy, which have come about. I'll talk, and just to mention, I give 3 examples there. Sage and QuickBooks are the traditional one. They're the software that you can buy and install on your PC. But the top one there, Xero, is an example of a totally web-based accountancy system. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it or have heard of this. So some in the room have. Now, apart from the convenience of being able to access your accounts from anywhere with a web browser, what it provides for our own web-based e-commerce solution is it means you can directly integrate, automatically export the sales from your order management system into your accountancy system every night if you wanted to. Now, that's fundamental. So, other aspects? Well, I talked about the product management. Obviously, these online stores give you convenient ways, or our own system provides a convenient way to altering the stock, a product management system. However, quickly you want to automate that process as well to some extent. Now, this is going to be less clear because it really depends on your type of business. But in our particular business, we operate what is called a virtual warehousing system, whereby we don't actually hold any of the stock which is on our website. We don't actually own it yet. But if you come and buy a laptop from us, a second later, we go and buy it from one of our suppliers. And the stock that is showing on our website is simply the stock which is held by our suppliers. Now, in order for that to work, you need to make sure that your own website is synchronized with the stock from your suppliers. So you're going to have to receive some product feeds every day from your suppliers. In fact, maybe even every hour, because the stock can change so rapidly. So you can see that automation is paramount there. You're really going to have to make sure that your website updates automatically. So there has to be some automated communication going on between the computers of the stock managing computers of your suppliers and your own. Gladly, happily, Magento and systems like that do provide this sort of plugin. So again, it's something that you could implement. However, now we're getting beyond the turnkey solution. This is probably an extra stage where you would have to do some integration yourself. Accounts, I mentioned this before. You will want to, the ideal really is to export your accounts to an online accountancy packages. Now that has all sorts of implications. If your business is currently already using an accountancy package, which is desktop-based, you're now you're faced with a choice. What do? Do you ditch your current accountancy package and start using a fee-based, subscription-based online model, so a cloud-based system like Xero, or do you keep two separate ones so that you keep your current business model if you have one, and then you just use this online system for just your e-commerce site. There's pros and cons. It obviously depends on your circumstances, and that effectively requires a business plan because it has consequences on your entire business. Okay, one last word about marketing. So far, I only gave an idea of what it takes to build an e-commerce site, but of course you have to market it as well, and there are some time and cost involved in that as well. In practice, in our sector, what is it called? Search engine optimization techniques are less relevant. There's so many shops out there selling exactly the same products that we do that there's no point in trying to do some very sophisticated SEO, in my personal opinion. Of course, you want to make sure that the keywords on your product pages are correct and they're relevant so that the Google and such likes can easily identify them. But really what drives our sales is the cost per click model, or increasingly marketplaces. So, and if you are selling especially consumer type products, you really want to make sure that you are able to use eBay and Amazon in particular. And again, you're not going to do that process manually, are you? You want to have some sort of direct integration. So you've got your shop, you've got your product catalog. So periodically, you want to export that information, that stock information, to eBay and Amazon. The one at the bottom, I left for last because, in fact, it was Google Product Search that is the reason for our success. eBay and Amazon actually came later, much later. At the time when we started, eBay and Amazon weren't really set up or geared up for selling third-party products. But the only way that you could get your website presence known very quickly is participating on shop comparison sites. Now, these are the cost per click. These shop comparison sites follow the cost per click model. So basically, it's free to upload your product list to, say, Kelku or Price Grabber. But if anybody goes onto their site and clicks on one of your links, then you pay 30p or so per click. So it can become quite expensive very easily. So that's really a no-go for a startup. 7 years ago, a total revolution happened in the online business. It's a silent one, but it's, I believe, the reason why some of the big e-tailers have now, the big retailers have now gone bust. Google Product Search happened. What Google Product Search is, and I'll show it to you, if I can, if I'm still connected online, just to give you an idea of what it is. I have to find out. So, where's Google? Okay, here we are. So, on Google, you've got many sub-sites, Google Images, Google Video, etc. And you've got one of them which is called Google Shopping. Now, Google Shopping is a shop comparison site. The only difference is, and all merchants can upload their products for free. Not only can they upload them for free, but if somebody clicks on your products, and I'll just search for our own. Here we are. That's LambdaTek there. So if somebody clicks on one of these items, it gets directed to our website, and it's free. Now, you can just imagine what this meant for the online shopping e-commerce community when Google Shopping launched this. And they launched it in a big way because a lot of these, although that is a sub-site, a lot of those results were appearing also on the organic searches, so on the main Google search. Actually, let me just go here to Google because there you go. I can see better that way. So, so if you were to type, I don't know, anything, Sony Valuer, there you go. There you are. Actually, you can see them. They actually appear. These are sponsored ads, but even the non-sponsored ones can occasionally appear in your Google organic search, and these are coming from that Google Shopping subsite. We were getting instantly 16,000 hits a day. So, and we weren't anything special. So our other competitors were doing that as well. All of a sudden, it became feasible to create a website and literally spend no marketing money and have orders arrive at your website. So that's when the big guys started having a crisis, because all of a sudden these garage shops or front room people like us could whisper together a website and start selling. Now, as time evolved, we rode the wave of Google Shopping. Google changed their strategies. It's now less prominent in their organic searches. The hits went down. But the important thing is that for our case, it was a combination of luck and strategy. We rode the wave while it was there. So we had lots of orders coming in from Google Shopping. But in the meantime, our brand name got established because more people come. We started having repeat customers. And that's when our order management system and our systems helped us. Because now LambdaTek survives. 70% of LambdaTek's turnover is from repeat customers. The repeat customers, out of 300 orders that we may get in one day, only 60 or 70 may be repeat customers, so the proportion is quite small. But those repeat customers tend to be large businesses. The very reason why they come back is because they're a business, right? How many digital cameras do you want to buy as a consumer? You know, if you're coming back time and time again, it's because you're some form of service provider. And they keep coming back, not so much because of the cost, because there's other websites possibly that are slightly cheaper than us, but they come back because of the service we provide. And that is key. That's what drives our business. And that's what we pay 80% of our attention to in our business is the processes. And ensuring that our people, our employees, our associates are able to work comfortably and communicate with our customers without getting hung up by some technological aspect.